Be the steward of that child in that body until God calls that child home. Jesus, thank you that you are gift itself, and that in the Eucharist, every time we enter this church for liturgy and we come up to the front, that through your minister, the priest, or your extraordinary minister of the Eucharist, you offer to us your own body. Jesus, may we from this moment on receive with incredible gratitude and reverence your own body that you entrust to us, that then we receive into our bodies, so that the two are no longer two, but one body. And in this beautiful church, St. Bernadette, that in so many ways is dedicated to Our Lady, the Immaculate Conception, Mary, we ask for your intercession, because you received Jesus into your body and you bore that gift of that body of Christ to the world. We ask for you to intercede for us and to heal those places in us that are most in need of the healing touch of the love of a Trinitarian God. So let's end by asking Our Lady to intercede for us and for our children. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. I want to just give you a couple TOB tips for parents, just kind of like as a takeaway. You know, when you get Chinese takeaway, you walk away with something. So I hope that you'll walk away with, many things that they'll remind you and spark a way that you can form your children in this wonderful message. I want to encourage you, we did a little bit of time of prayer, but I want to encourage you to continue doing what we started here, which is just going to prayer. I mean, as a parent, you're the spiritual leaders of your home. I know parental life is busy, but you need to be praying minimum a half an hour a day. And I don't mean behind the wheel of the car. I don't mean, when you're in a work meeting and it's 5 minutes late starting. I mean just you and Jesus. You need to be praying, you and the Trinity, half an hour a day. And during that time, just to reflect and receive yourself in your own body as a gift from God. And this is, I have found, theology of the body has changed the way I go to confession. Because it really has made me think about the way I relate to my body and the bodies of others. And that has become, for better or for worse, material for confession. To reflect on God as Trinity. Not this old man with a long white beard or policeman waiting to zap you, old man, young man, bird. Talk with your kids about God being Trinitarian love. That phrase. God is a total gift of self in love. And be sure to pull out, your total box. You could even put 3 bows on it for Trinity. I want to encourage you to introduce the language of gift into your family vocabulary. So here are 3 things that I would recommend that you use. You are a gift. Anytime you can say it. Oh, you're such a gift. Gather all your children together. You're such a gift. Whisper in one of their ears. You are such a precious gift to me. Make it so that it is running through their mind. My mom used to call it parent tapes. You know it. You've heard your mom's voice in your head. Wouldn't it be great if the voice of their parents that your children heard was, you are a gift. You are a gift. Hint number 2, use this phrase. Thank you for making a gift of yourself. So find ways to affirm that in them. However it might be, they take out the trash. Here, I want to introduce this one. This is the one that I think, this is the gold. This is the gold medal. This is your opportunity to make a gift of self. So my son is now 30. He heard this constantly. Michael, this is your opportunity to make a gift of self. This is your opportunity to make a gift of self. Let me just share one story with you. When he was about 15, I said, Michael, would you be so kind as to get me a glass of water? He said, Mom, you are perfectly capable of making your own gift of self. I burst out laughing. Why? Because I knew it was in here. Right? When it comes out their mouth, then you know it's in here. So you want your kids being able to say to you, Mom, wouldn't it be better, right, if Tommy made his gift of self instead of me? Okay, you know you're making progress. At any point in time, you want them to sit at the table, you want them to do anything. This is your opportunity to make a gift of self. Why do we have to go to church? It's our opportunity to make a gift of self to God. Why do we have to pray the rosary? Why do we have to pray? It's our opportunity to make a gift of self to God. Or to your brother, to your sister, to your classmates, to Father, those who are acolytes, altar boys who serve at the altar. Wow. Talk about making a gift of self to God and to others. So I'm going to encourage you, feel free if you want to, snap a photo of this. It's the best way to keep it in memory, in our minds. So I just need you to remind me, do you pick your kids up at 5:15? 5:30. 5:30? Ooh, okay, fantastic. Okay, anyone else want to take a photo before I advance to the next slide? Okay, so what I want to do is I want to just group into about groups of 4 or 5. So it's a little awkward in pews, but I know you can do it. You might have to kind of just turn around, or you'll have to come over from the side of the tracks to the other side of the tracks, and just take yourself through these questions. Because it's one thing to hear something, it's another thing to process it, but also to hear what someone else says. Because as a speaker, I've often heard people say, oh, in our discussion group, when so-and-so said this, oh, that really helped me understand. So first question, what thoughts or ideas struck you or surprised you in the talk? Second, have you ever thought of your body being a gift? Why or why not? Okay, true confession time. Share a time when you experienced someone making a gift of self to you that you didn't know, or a time when you made a gift of self to someone you didn't know. So I shared about my Italian Saint Joseph. I also had an experience just a couple months ago in Sedona. I was hiking, and it was in November, so it was kind of cold. And my camelback, my water bladder had leaked, so I lost half of my water. And I was on a 3.5-hour trail, and I was halfway through, and I was out of water. And I caught up with a couple young men, college age, and out of the blue, one of them turns to me and says, do you need a bottle of water? Oh my gosh, talk about gift of self. You know that expression, random acts of kindness? Do you know what it should be? Regular acts of kindness. This should just be who we are, that we're looking for ways to make a gift of self. And then finally, if you would be so kind, if you want, you can use these little flyers to make a list of 7 ways that your kids can make a gift of self to God or to others. And be specific, not like, be kind, share their toys, although that's an important one. You could be maybe a little more specific. Because again, I want you to walk away with something concrete. Okay, so let's take about 10 minutes. If you just kind of group with the people around you. Appoint one person, I almost said anoint, you could do that too, but appoint one person maybe to be the secretary, and when you get to the last question, to make your 7 suggestions, because I'm going to ask you to share them with all of us, so we can all benefit.